Hey, what is up, guys? Spectwolf here. I'm here to bring you another on the Howl of the Tonkor. So, as you guys know, last time I went over the Ash Prime, and I actually got some pretty good views for that. So, since I got all the positivity, I say on the Howl should be a lasting series. And as I said today, we're going to be looking over the Tonkor. Tonkor is pretty much a latest installment of grenades and rocket launchers made by the Grenadier. It has a 2-clip magazine. Well, I'll just read it off. It has a base stat of 325 blast, 75 puncture, and 10 status chance. I mean, we can work with that pretty well. Its reload is 2 seconds, and it does only have 2 grenades in the magazine, so you're pretty much reloading every few seconds or so. But after a while, you'll get used to it. Its critical chance is a 35%, so that is a big up, and it's really helpful when you in the build I at least have. The crit chance isn't affected, as you can see. This is a build this is a temporary build. It may change, I don't know, depends on how I may see it in the future. But this is just for a catalyst at the moment, and as you can see, I have a 2 from the top serration, max rhyme rounds, and malignant force, max split chamber, vital sense, and of course a 1 from the top inflected clip. And with all those, that gives me 1,451 slash and 3,482 viral. Now, if you don't have rhyme rounds, you can probably put in your cryo rounds and or malignant force. So you probably can put in cryo rounds. It's just better to have these 2 mods as they slightly increase status chance, plus with split chamber, but not much. But I mean, some status chance of affiliation it's better than nothing. Of course, as you can see, its regular status is 10. I got it up to 37. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna take it into a mission and talk about the mechanics of the weapon and show you guys a little bit of the monster that wrecks. And let's do this. So, for most of you guys don't know, it's really advised to put split chamber on this because the Tonkor is an impact grenade launcher, as in it will explode on impact, unlike the Pinto, which is toggleable. So, if you put split chamber, you can actually get 2 bullets that explode on one enemy if you can aim it right, which can be very helpful for you, of course. And then, but if you miss, of course, it will actually split in 2 different directions, and each could like kill a different enemy. As the grenades will not go off until stepped on by your enemy. And you didn't mechanic I will show you once I get out is when you step it on, you can actually rocket jump, which can be really good as it can get you into high places and pretty much to get you angles where like most people use it to get the angles to better fire the weapon from a higher ground. So that is really good about it. So let's go. Let's start up the mission. See, as you can see, if you just line it up. Oh, I forgot to talk about aiming wise. You actually can see if you look at the screen right now. You can see the reticle gives out a little homing arc to where the Tonkor will go. As I shoot, it goes right where directed. But then they have a high bouncing capability, so doing like trick shots and stuff, I mean, if you want to do that, or like, trying to get anything around a corner without being spotted is possible. It's just I wouldn't advise that because, of course, that wastes grenade, and grenades waste all that stuff. Oh, I'm going to just try to introduce the rocket jump here. There you go. And then, of course, we're up here now. So, yay. Can I start this without getting down? Oh, nope. Okay, I'm just gonna drop there. And as a Tonkor being grenades, of course it has big splash damage, so it synergizes really well with crowd control frames. As right now I'm using my Vobon, really easy just to pick off stuff once it comes into the cryopod. I mean, nothing's really getting there. Oh. And the even better thing about using Tonkor, it has while using the rocket jump, it has little to no damage done to you. So that can make it really well, and you can rocket jump pretty often without actually damaging yourself or having to worry about, you know, self damage and all that. And as you can see, I'm hitting pretty good numbers, even though I don't have a modded out crit chance. Ow. I am hitting quite high numbers. And those splitting grenades really do help. And its actual range of explosions aren't that bad either. So it goes to show this can be a very versatile and deadly weapon. And since it doesn't harm you that much, it can even be slightly used for close quarters. Honestly, I can say that. I could see. I'm just literally wiping floor. I mean, though this is infested, I do have viral damage on there, and I can say it procs quite often for me. So I have no problem actually putting the viral. And if you don't really like viral, I could advise toxin damage, as I can throw out a bunch of toxin on you, and then that, you know, the damage over time can really destroy you. But I just love viral over toxin, honestly, because it can greater affect the weapon, as with split chamber effectively, when you hit, if one procs the viral and the other, they both hit the same enemy, you can pretty much kill that enemy with almost no matter what. Now, I can say, though this is maybe a surprise, a Nova actually can be very better to use the Tonkor with, as I've playtested with the Tonkor a bit, and I've actually seen higher numbers, as in hitting the 50 to 60,000s with one grenade with the Tonkor. And with split chamber, I'm pretty effectively hitting you with 100,000 damage points. And coupled with that with viral, most things didn't stand a chance, even level 50s to 70s or 60s. But honestly, I wouldn't say this is a downside, but the one thing you may need to worry about bringing the Tonkor into late game is it does run on sniper ammo. But seeing how its whole reserve and ammo isn't that high, picking up 1 or 2 ammo is actually pretty useful, because for me, when you get an effective build, picking 1 up actually gives you a whole half of a clip. So, you know, now you can see works best against infested crowds. Infested plus Vauban and Tonkor, you should pretty much wreck everything. Now, as they go in the late game, since it can be affected, I would say synergizing with a Warframe can really take the Tonkor into late game. As Nova and Vauban, you pretty much can use this almost as long as it can insta-kill stuff. And then, but with Nova, I mean, you could use it until you need no molecular prime and be still killing stuff. And if it's not killing the big stuff, it's killing the little stuff, and the little stuff is hurting the big stuff. So when you hit it with another Tonkor bullet, it's effectively dead. I mean, there's no way anything could survive a few Tonkor bullets. Though that's the bad thing during late game. If you can't pick up enough ammo, this can run out very soon. I don't know if I wouldn't always recommend putting a ammo mutation, because if you can just put pure damage on this, you honestly can wipe out the crowds a bit more effectively. And of course, the more damage a bullet does, the less bullets you actually, or grenades you physically have to use, of course. And you can see, even, I mean, I guess you can build it for crit, even though, I mean, that's what I might do. Maybe throw a 1 or 2 Forma. It's just, I'm satisfied with what I have. 1 Catalyst did me quite a lot of good. And I got its whole viral situation completed out. Because I can say with just Vicious Frost and Virulent Scourge, you can only hit about 1,000 viral. And 1,000 versus 300, I mean, big difference, as you can see. But it's even a bigger difference once you get it in the actual field. The only downside, travel time. And that's, every now and then it will it might bounce off of enemies harmlessly. I would say just solve that by your distance, because usually me being too close affects that. Get over here. There we go. See, as you can see, I proc 13,000 viral. I mean, most things die with all that. I mean, these are level 40s, and I'm having no problem doing this on my own. Even with the healers around, which healers nerf your damage, so I mean, seeing how I'm still one-shotting everything, can be a very reliable weapon. The only thing that sucks is, I honestly would make this a mid to high tier, because bringing it to low tier and using one grade on an enemy kind of seems like useless, as this thing can pack so much damage. Why bring it to such a low level mission, you know? But then, like, unless it's like something like an infested low level mission, you can crowd them up and then shoot them. That's like probably the most effective way. That's why I love Vauban. Nyx a little bit, maybe even a fast Nova, because I can group them up really fast and just fire off like one after another. But that's pretty much my rundown on Tonkor, guys. Please follow me here on Twitch, and please like, subscribe, and share for more on YouTube. And I'll see you all next time. Deuces.